Okay, picture this. A castle that looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale, sitting right on the shores of Lake Geneva in Switzerland. Well, that's Chillon Castle. And trust me, it's so much more than just a pretty face. This place is packed with history. It controlled crucial trade routes, and it even inspired some incredible poetry. So let's dive in and find out what makes this castle so special.
So what exactly is Chillon Castle? Well, that's the cool part. It's not just one thing. Depending on when you visited, it could have been this hardcore fortress guarding the Alps or a super fancy home for the powerful Counts of Savoy. And then it became this incredible source of inspiration for famous poets. It's got all these different layers, and that's honestly what makes it so fascinating.
All right, first up, to really get Chillon, you've got to start with where it is. Because its location, it's everything. It's not just a castle, it's like a jewel right on Lake Geneva. Just try to imagine this for a second. You've got this castle, sitting on its own little rocky island, looking out over the huge, beautiful Lake Geneva. And get this, its moat isn't some murky old pond. Nope, it's actually fed by the flowing Rhone River. Then you've got the peaceful garden of Chillon tucked away inside. You see, this setting isn't just for looks. It was absolutely key to the castle's identity and its power.
Okay, so that amazing setting is just the start of the story. The castle itself, it's been shaped by like 1,000 years of history, and every single era left its mark.
So let's go way back. Chillon's story kicks off in the 12th century. The County of Savoy built it to be both a fortress and a residence. Pretty smart, right? Fast forward to the 15th century, and they really bulked it up, making it the beast of a castle we see today. But it hasn't had an easy life. There was a huge fire in the 1800s that led to massive renovations. And that whole cycle of being rebuilt and restored, it's still happening. I mean, the most recent major work was just finished in 2015. All right, let's head inside. We're going to take a look at the architecture, because the way this place was built tells a story all by itself. So the castle kind of has a split personality when it comes to architecture. On one hand, it's pure medieval Gothic. You've got those classic pointed arches and those cool web-like ribbed vaults. But then, after that big fire in the 19th century, they rebuilt parts of it in the Renaissance Revival style. So they started bringing in all these classical Greek and Roman elements. It's amazing. You can literally see two different moments in history right there in the same building.
And the sheer size of this place, it's just mind-boggling. First off, it stands an impressive 120 meters tall.
And the whole area, the entire site, covers 10 hectares. This isn't just some building, it's a whole world of history. But Chillon is more than just stone and mortar, right? Its real legacy is how it's captured the hearts and minds of artists and writers for centuries. You know who really put this place on the map? The poet, Lord Byron. He visited the castle, and it directly inspired his famous poem, She Walks in Beauty. And just like that, bam, Chillon became one of the most romantic spots in all of Europe. That one poem gave the castle this whole new layer of mystique and made it world famous.
So, with all this incredible history, it's no surprise that Chillon isn't just another tourist trap. It's a genuine treasure. We're talking a Swiss national monument and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And that's not just for the castle itself. That protection covers the gardens, the land around it, the whole shebang. It's all about making sure this amazing place is still here for people to see, for years and years to come.
Okay, so if you're thinking, I have to see this place, then you're in luck. Let's get into the practical stuff, how you can actually plan a visit. Honestly, getting there is a breeze. Just hop on an intercity train and get off at the Villeneuve station. And from the station, it's just a gorgeous 10-minute walk right along the lake to the front door. Can't beat that. All right, so if you're going, I've got a few tips to make it an awesome trip. First, definitely do a guided tour. They know all the little secrets you'd never find on your own. Second, don't rush it. Seriously, take some time to just stop and soak in those views of the lake. They are unreal. And last but not least, check out the little village of Chillon right next door. It's super charming and a great way to wrap up your visit. So yeah, Chillon Castle it's one of those places that's packed with stories. You've got dukes, prisoners, architects, poets, all their stories are right there in the stones. It's been standing there for centuries, just watching the world go by. So it really just leaves you with one question, right? If you walked through those gates, what stories would you find?